Mental Fox here with another episode of my playthrough of Skyrim. Still sitting at this table, which is where we ended the last episode. So I was thinking about this game when I wasn't playing it, and so normally when I play a game like this, I spend a lot of time just exploring, right? Because I like to explore, and I just explore. Like when we finally got out of those tunnels beneath Helgen or whatever that town was. Is that what it's called? Helgen? I don't know. Anyway, when we got out from those, from underneath those tunnels, I just started exploring. I just saw stuff on my compass, and I'm like, oh, let's walk over here, and oh, let's walk over here. And that's how I generally play games like this. But if you watch my Fallout 76 playthrough, you know that I played the game like that, and then I finished it, and then I started the game over from a more role-playing perspective, where I put myself in the shoes of the character who I was playing in the game. And I really enjoyed that. I really liked playing like that. And I had to wonder, why am I not playing this game like that? Why am I just... what is the goal of my character? What moves my character along? Why did I come into this cave? Why did I go explore that witch's hut? You know, why did I go down into the cellar underneath of her hut? Why am I killing these people? I don't know. I'd like to know. I'd like to know why my character is doing these things. I think it gives more, I don't know, meaning to the game. Gives the game more of a purpose rather than just simply walking around and exploring. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I'm going to explore anyway. So I think what I'd like to start doing now is... How come I'm not able to pick anything up? What I'd like to start doing now is being more of a role player, putting myself in the shoes of this person that just exited those tunnels underneath of Helgen. And I actually realize what's going on now. I wanted to take a screenshot of this game, and I turned off my HUD, and I forgot to turn it back on. So hold on just a second. Let me go back into... No, I clicked the wrong thing. Logging me into what? I think I clicked mods. Doggone it. I did not mean to do this. Just go back. Okay. Settings. Display. Turn up the HUD opacity. Turn on the crosshair. Okay. There we go. Now I can see what I'm doing. We could look in this chest. We could unlock it and see what's inside of it. I mean, you know, I want to see what's in this chest, so I'm going to go and unlock it. Ooh, lockpicking increased to 16. There's an iron warhammer in here. I don't think that does more damage. Well, actually, according to this, it does do more damage than what I'm currently carrying, huh? Get 3 more lockpicks. Search the chest. Can I put stuff in the chest? I can, can't I? So I think I just picked up this iron warhammer. So I don't need the iron greatsword anymore. Can I put this in the chest? Store. There we go. I don't want to carry that around with me. There. And we're gonna take the coin purse. Alright. Okay. Let's head back. So what is my motivation as this character, right? We started off the game in that carriage, and I mean, we, unfortunately, you and I, myself, playing this character, we don't know our own character's backstory, so I get to make it up as I go along, right? Ooh, baked potatoes. So we'll be making up my character's own backstory as we go along, but right now what we do know is that we were arrested along with some Stormcloaks by the Imperials, and we were brought here to Helgen to be put to death. So whatever we were arrested for was either something really bad, or it was just a case of, I don't know, wrong place, wrong time, mistaken identity, I don't know. But we were going to be put to death. So what we want to do is, I would think that maybe what we would want to do is go home. I'm going to do some mining here. Maybe go home. But my character, he's from Skyrim, you know, but I don't know where in Skyrim he's from. And Skyrim, I guess, is a pretty big place. So that's one of the problems with trying to role play a character that you don't know anything about, because I don't really know this character's home. You know, I don't know where he's from, so I don't know how to make him go home. So, okay, this will get us out of here. This is good. So instead, I'm gonna have to pretend like maybe I got beat over the head and I have a little bit of amnesia. You know, the standard trope in video games and movies and books and TV shows. It's pretty standard stuff. I got a little bit of amnesia. I don't remember where I'm from, so I'm kind of lost. And really, the only direction I have now was by that Hadvar guy, I think his name was. He said, "Hey man, go to Riverwood." Right? Hadvar suggested that I head to the nearby town of Riverwood. His uncle is the blacksmith there and should be able to help me. Well, let's go there. You know, it doesn't make any sense that we're walking around, looking in mines, going into old ladies' cellars. It doesn't make any sense. We're going to go to Riverwood. That's what we're going to do. And if I see stuff along the way, fine, we'll stop and look at it maybe. But I think my character's motivation is to go, you know, just find somebody that will help him. And maybe, I don't know, maybe as we wander around, we'll walk into somebody who knows who we are, maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure what we're looking at down here. This kind of looks like a little town. And if we look at the map, look at the world map, I'm actually very close to Riverwood, and that's probably Riverwood right down there. So it's kind of cool. We went down, we took kind of like a shortcut through Embershard. Embershard mines, that was called? So let's go check this place out. It's very quiet, but it is nighttime, so maybe everybody's sleeping. I tell you what, something I just thought of that I'm excited about is a whole new suite of music to listen to. I love music in video games, and this piece of music that's playing right now is quite nice. I'm kind of enjoying it. It's kind of almost futuristic, kind of, you know, kind of new agey. I know the music's changing now that we're in this town. Riverwood, Helgen is that way, Windhelm, Whiterun, Solitude, Markarth, and Ritten, maybe? So we're arriving at night, and hopefully that's not a problem. I mean, it looks like people are out and about doing chores and stuff, just as if it wasn't nighttime. Hi, how are you?
You look like a traveler. Someone that has seen faraway places and heard new stories.
Ooh. Let's talk to Sven. We could tell him we saw a dragon in Helgen. You and Fendal both like the same girl? What? If there's somewhere I could buy fresh supplies. What is this? Why would I ask this question? What? Anyway, I saw a dragon in Helgen.
Truly? So maybe my mother isn't crazy after all. You had best tell the Jarl in Whiterun. He needs to know about this.
Oh, okay. You know anywhere I could find some fresh supplies, dude?
Lucan's got a little bit of everything at the Riverwood Trader. If you need weapons or armor, see Alvor, the blacksmith.
Okay. So, I don't really understand why this is here. I think it's kind of a screw-up in the game. I think the game is assuming we already know something about Sven that we don't. Or, I can play this like, this is something that my character knew from before? Maybe? Maybe we knew that Sven and Fendal both like the same girl, and we've been meaning to ask him about it. So I'm going to go with that. I'm going to say that we may not remember who we are, but when we saw Sven here, we're like, hey, wait a minute, I know this guy. I remember that he and somebody else named Fendal, they both like the same girl, and I've been meaning to ask him about it. This is my chance. Let's ask him about it.
Camilla Valerius knows I'm the best man in Riverwood. That elf is kidding himself if he thinks she would choose him over me. I've seen him sneaking over to the Riverwood Trader to speak with her when I'm not around. He's wasting his time.
He's pretty sure of himself, huh? So, we have a choice of things to say here. We could say, he sounds persistent, why not do something about it? Or, yes, two people spending time together never blossoms into courtship. Well, I don't really want to do this. I don't want to instigate some kind of violence or anything like that, but I also don't want to be a smartass. I guess I'm more curious to see how he's going to react to this. Yes, two people spending time together never blossoms into courtship.
Is that sarcasm? I've heard better wisecracks from Orgnar. Still you have a point. Camilla letting Faendal visit her isn't a good thing for me. Here, let me give you a particularly venomous letter. Say it's from Faendal. That should get Camilla to stop inviting the elf over.
Why should I help you? Why do I care? I don't care. This is your problem, Sven. I don't even know who the hell you are. Goodbye. Yeah, indeed. Don't look at me like that. Yeah, oh man, he's really giving us the stink eye. So, this guy, this miscellaneous quest here, optionally we could tell Faendal about Sven's letter, or we could deliver Sven's letter to Camilla. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm thinking of telling Faendal about it, because Sven seems kind of like a dick. Right? He just seems like a jerk to me. Oh, let's play a trick on Faendal and send a nasty letter to Camilla. No, screw you, man. I'm not doing your dirty work. I'm not doing it. Who's this? Hilda. Hi, Hilda. How are you?
Nobody believes me, but I tell you, I saw a dragon.
I did too. I did too, Hilda.
Did you hear? The Riverwood trader was robbed. Poor Lucan must be torn to pieces over it.
Poor Lucan.
By sure. What do you want?
I don't know. I just want to have a conversation with you.
It's my boy Sven you need to listen to. He sings at the inn most every night.
Oh, okay. Well, right now he's just kind of like pacing back and forth on the street.
Sven has the voice of a snowlark.
Oh, yeah?
Only good thing he got from his father.
Oh, okay.
My boy fancies that Camilla Valerius. She'll come around soon enough.
Oh, you sure are gossipy.
Camilla. I've seen her talking to that Faendal. Filthy elf needs to keep to his own kind.
Alright, that does it. I'm helping Faendal. I don't like these people.
What's happened to my Skyrim? Everywhere you look, cats, lizards, and elves. It's sickening.
You know what's sickening? You're sickening, lady. You are. Trying to pickpocket her. Key to Sven's house. 26% chance to steal. Not really good odds on stealing. Oops. Okay.
Look at you, up to no good.
You're up to no good.
I raised my Sven to be strong and proud. A true Nord.
Yeah, well, if that's what it means to be a Nord, I don't want to be a Nord.
Yes?
You heard me. Well, the sun has come up quite suddenly. Hello, chicken. I can't catch a chicken. I could catch a salmon, but I can't catch a chicken. Sven's house is locked. I don't need to go into Sven's house. That's not what...
That letter ought to convince Camilla to never speak to Faendal ever again.
Uh-huh. Yeah, well, I know how to convince Camilla never to speak to you ever again. Jerk. I'm getting all high and mighty over here. Use Blacksmith Forge. The Blacksmith Forge is used to create new weapons and armor from raw materials. Choose an item to create. Well, we could create a hide, iron, studded armor, leather armor, some jewelry, building materials, or miscellaneous. And my dude looks like he's getting to work there. A hide armor, requires 3 leather strips and some leather, iron, okay, iron, okay. So we don't have, excuse me, we don't have enough of anything to make anything, it looks like. Oh, well, we could make building materials. I've got some iron ingots. I can make some iron fittings. Can't make a lock, but I can make some nails. Alright, well, maybe at some point we'll use a blacksmith forge to make something, but right now I don't think there's anything that I want to make. Alvor and Sigrid's house. We're just going to go into these people's home. Hi, how are you? I'm a stranger, you don't know me. I just walked into your home. Hello, little girl. Nothing to be afraid of. I'm just some stranger that walked in off the street straight into your home without knocking. Oh, Hadvar, hey, how you doing, man?
Listen, you should go to Solitude and join up with the Imperial Legion. We could really use someone like you. If the rebels have themselves a dragon, General Tullius is the only one who can stop them.
Yeah, man. Join the Imperial Legion. Dude, I thought the dragons were all dead long ago. What was going on with that?
So did I. If the damn Stormcloak somehow found one, or woke it up, the war might be about to take an ugly turn. Hard to believe it was just a coincidence, that the first dragon anyone's seen for centuries attacks just as Ulfric was about to be executed.
It is a bit of a coincidence, isn't it, Hadvar? Who were those other prisoners, man, that you were going to kill?
So did I.
What?
If the damn Stormcloak somehow found
Oh,
one,
whoops.
or woke it up, the war might be about to take... Hard to believe it was just a coincidence. So
What?
did I.
Okay, hold on.
Hard to believe it was just a coincidence, that the first dragon anyone... You didn't know? That was Ulfric Stormcloak and his top lieutenants.
Oh, okay. I don't pay much attention to current events.
Oh, right. You were caught trying to cross the border into Skyrim, weren't you? You're not kidding. Ulfric's the leader of the Stormcloaks. You know, the traitors trying to break Skyrim away from the Empire.
Huh, okay. Who are the Stormcloaks?
You haven't heard of the civil war in Skyrim? I guess down in Cyrodiil, people have other things to worry about.
Is that where I'm from?
It's pretty simple. Ulfric founded the Stormcloaks years ago, as a sort of private army to advance his ambitions. He's always used the ban on the worship of Talos to stir people up against the Empire. He never succeeded in getting much support, so a few months ago he murdered the High King. That got the Empire's attention.
He murdered the High King, huh? Wow. How did you capture him anyway?
A masterstroke by General Tullius.
Yeah?
He's only been in charge here for a few months, but he's turned things around for the Empire.
Cool.
We've been trying to catch Ulfric since the war started, but he always seemed to slip through our fingers, like he knew we were coming. This time, the general turned the tables on him. Ulfric rode right into our ambush with only a few bodyguards. He surrendered pretty meekly too. So much for his death or glory reputation. I thought we were taking Ulfric back to Cyrodiil, but I guess the general changed his mind. You know the rest.
Yeah. So, how did you capture me? That's what I'd like to know, but instead I'm going to ask you, why is the worship of Talos banned?
I guess that wasn't such a big deal elsewhere in the Empire, but here it's caused a lot of resentment. Native son and all that. Even I'll admit it hasn't been the Empire's finest hour. But it wasn't like the Emperor had any choice, did he? If he hadn't signed the peace treaty with the Thalmor, they would have destroyed the Empire. Then where would Skyrim be? That's the part that Ulfric's supporters always conveniently forget about. Unless the Empire stands together, the Thalmor will destroy us all.
Okay. Well, so you really think I should join the Legion, huh?
You didn't know? That was
what the-
Ulfric Stormcloak and his top
How
lieutenants.
did I pick this? Alright, hold on. He's a traitor of some kind?
Right. The leader of the Stormcloaks. They claim to be fighting for Skyrim's freedom, but the war is really all about Ulfric wanting to be High King of Skyrim.
Okay. Oh. How do I go back? I just want to go back.
Good luck. If you get a chance, look me up in Solitude.
Alright, well, I wanted to ask you another question, dude.
Ain't every day
Oh.
we get visitors in Riverwood.
Everybody looks the same. Do you have any supplies I could take? Can I use your forge? What can you tell me about Riverwood? What do you think about the war? Or why are the Thalmor allowed to arrest people for worshipping Talos? Is that what Hadvar said? I don't know.
It's from that treaty that ended the Great War, remember? When the Emperor was forced by the Thalmor to outlaw Talos worship. We didn't pay much attention to it when I was a boy. Everyone still had their little shrine to Talos. But then, Ulfric and his sons of Skyrim started agitating about it. Sure enough, the Emperor had to crack down, dragging people off in the middle of the night. One of the main causes of this war, if you ask me.
Well, what do you think about the war?
people are rightly stirred up about the damn Thalmor being allowed to roam around arresting people, just for worshipping Talos. But was it worth tearing Skyrim apart and maybe destroying the Empire? No. Ulfric will have a lot to answer for in the end. Nords have always supported the Empire, and the Empire has always been good for Skyrim.
Alright, well cool. Looks like I'm playing my character the way I should, because I'm a Nord, so I should support Skyrim. That's why I went with Hadvar. What can you tell me about Riverwood?
Gerder's family first settled here as woodcutters a few generations ago. She and Had run the mill. I make a decent living sharpening axes and fixing the sawmill.
Okay. Hey, can I use your forge?
I see no harm in it, if you have the skill. The grindstone will improve your weapons. Use the table to improve your armor. If you've got the raw materials, you can use the forge to make something new.
Cool, man. Do you have any supplies I could take?
Of course. Take what you need.
Oh, okay, thanks. Ooh. Well, take what I need, huh? I need all of this stuff. I need an amethyst. I don't need a belted tunic. Bread, sure. Carrots, sure, I'll take those. Cheese wedge, yeah. Golden eggs, sure. Honey nut treat, honey brew mead, absolutely. Iron ingot, yep. Lockpick, absolutely. Potion of minor healing, I need all three of them. Red apple, I love apples. Silver ring, I need something for my outfit. I don't need a belted tunic.
There's something you could do for me. For all of us here.
It's the least I could do.
The Jarl needs to know if there's a dragon on the loose. Riverwood is defenseless. We need to get word to Jarl Balgruuf in Whiterun to send whatever soldiers he can. If you'll do that for me, I'll be in your debt.
I tell you what, we'll be even, because of all the supplies I took. What can you tell me about the Jarl?
Jarl Balgruuf?
Yeah.
He rules Whiterun Hold. A good man, perhaps a bit overcautious, but these are dangerous times. So far, he's managed to stay out of the war. I'm afraid it can't last, though.
Which side of the war does he favor?
I don't think he likes either Ulfric or Elisif much. Who can blame him? But I've no doubt he'll prove loyal to the Empire in the end. He's no traitor.
Okay. So, who's Elisif?
Ah, I forget you're new to Skyrim.
Yeah.
Jarl Elisif, I should say. Although only because she was married to Jarl Torrig when he was murdered. Ulfric murdered Torrig, you know. Walked right into his palace in Solitude and killed him. Shouted him to death, if you believe the stories. That's what started this whole war. The Empire couldn't ignore that. Once the Jarls start killing each other, we're back to the bad old days.
Okay. Well, what can you tell me about the Jarl?
Jarl Balgruuf. He rules Whiterun Hold. A good man, perhaps a bit overcautious.
I already asked him this.
So far, he's managed to stay out. I don't think, but I've no doubt he'll prove loyal.
So you
to
support the Empire then?
Of course. Skyrim has always been part of the Empire. That doesn't mean I support everything the Empire's been doing lately. But Nords have never been fair weather friends.
Okay. So how do I get to Whiterun from here?
Cross the river and then head north. You'll see it just past the falls. When you get to Whiterun, just keep going up. When you get to the top of the hill, you're at Dragon's Reach, the Jarl's palace.
Okay. Well, we already took all his supplies.
Well, I'd better get back to work. You two make yourselves at home.
Thanks, Alvor. Appreciate that, man. Hey, Hadvar.
It's nice to be back in a friendly spot, huh?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm going to lay up here for a while. You can make your own way to Solitude from here.
Why do you want me to go
I'd
Solitude?
recommend heading to Whiterun, just down the road from here. From there you can take a carriage to Solitude.
Okay, how do I get to Whiterun from here?
Just head north, you can't miss it. It's the capital of Whiterun Hold, the biggest and the best of the 9 holds of Skyrim. But don't take my word for it.
Okay. So you really think I should join the Imperial Legion, huh?
You didn't
What
know?
the?
That was
Why does this thing go to the wrong place?
Lieutenants.
That's not what I clicked
Right.
on.
They claim to be fighting for Skyrim. You haven't. It's pretty simple. He never succeeded in getting.
I'm trying
much
to
support.
ask
So a few months
this
ago,
question.
He murdered the High King.
This one.
That got the Empire's attention.
I'm trying to click here. I've tried this so many times already. Okay, I'm going to click on this.
Of course.
Okay, that time it worked.
I know today wasn't the best introduction to the Legion, but I hope you'll give us another chance. The Legion could really use someone like you, especially now. And if the rebels have themselves a dragon, General Tullius is the only one who can stop them.
Okay. Yeah. That dude ordered my execution. Why would I want to help him?
I don't blame you for being angry about it. I would be too in your shoes. But it was all a mistake. You weren't supposed to be on that cult with those Stormcloak traitors. And the Imperial Legion needs your help, especially now with that dragon out there somewhere and Ulfric back on the loose.
Well, I have to think about it, dude. I don't know.
Sure, I understand. It's not easy to go from being executed by the Legion one day to joining up the next. But I think you'll see that the Legion is Skyrim's only hope for real peace right now. I know you'll make the right choice in the end.
Okay.
Lost.
You're lost.
Keep an eye out for trouble. It's only a matter of time.
Okay, Hadvar. Are you Sigrid? Are you the one who asked if I was
Did you
lost?
really
No.
see a dragon?
I did. It was awesome.
Papa says I'm too friendly with strangers. But you seem alright.
Yeah, I'm pretty cool.
My father is Alvor, the blacksmith.
Yeah.
I'm his assistant. I mean apprentice.
Oh, okay, cool.
Someday, I'm going to forge my own sword.
Oh, wow. Cool, awesome.
Papa says I'm not ready for weapons, so I make lots of horseshoes and hobnails.
Yeah, don't we all?
Mama doesn't think I'm girlish enough, but that's just stupid girl talk.
Don't judge.
Papa may have wanted a son, but he got me. He's a lucky man.
I feel like I'm interrupting her.
Ain't nothing a boy can do that I can't do better.
Hey, let's get on this side. Yeah? There we go.
Hi there.
Hi.
Hi there.
How's it going?
Keep
That sounds
your
like
guard
that's actually a little girl doing the voice acting there.
Hi there.
Use cooking pot. Cooking pots allow you to cook food that restores your health or provides other temporary effects. Each recipe requires specific culinary ingredients that can be found throughout Skyrim. Food. Apple cabbage stew. Looks like I could make some. It requires some salt pile, red apple, and cabbage, and I have all of those things. So let's go ahead and make some apple cabbage stew. Yes. Alright, we could also make some cabbage soup. Requires salt pile and cabbage. We have that. Restores 10 points of health. Nice. We could even make more cabbage soup, because cabbage soup is delicious. I hope you could tell I'm being sarcastic. I hate cabbage soup. Oh goody, we could make even more cabbage soup. Alright. We could make pheasant roast. Boy, we're going to eat good tonight. Okay. I wonder if stuff spoils in this game. I don't think it does, but I really have no idea. If we look at our inventory now, we could go into food. Look at my food. I've got apple cabbage stew. And I see no indication over here that it's going to spoil at all. So, rah. We can keep it forever. There's some strawberries here. I'm not going to steal from this guy. I'm not. We already took all of the supplies when offered. No, that's interesting. That would be stealing, but this would not. Alright. I could search the chest. And apparently the stuff that's in red... Maybe I can't wield it? Maybe? But like I said, I'm not going to steal from this guy. Let's go down here. Oh, neat. He's got a man cave. Pretty cool, man. Hey, how's it going,
Make
Sigrid?
yourself at home.
Oh, thank you.
I'm spoken for, you know, so don't get any ideas.
Yeah, I get it. I'm in your house. I could see your husband and freaking daughter. Hey, random person I just met. What do you think about the war?
I just hope the war doesn't come to Riverwood. There's enough trouble in the world without those Stormcloaks stirring up more.
Those damn dirty Stormcloaks. Hey, I'm going to ask you, because I've already asked 2 other people. How do I get to Whiterun from here?
Just follow the road north. When you get to Hunting Brew Meadery, turn left and the road will take you to the city gates. It's not far. We used to go to the market there every month or so, until the roads got so dangerous with the war and all.
Wait a minute. The roads are dangerous? Nobody said anything about that. Okay, I like their place. It's nice.
Alvor and I, we got a daughter. Little Dorothy.
I know, I met her.
Did you really see a dragon?
I did. I already told you that. Gosh, pay attention. So, let us go into our journal here. Our main quest right now, I guess this is our main quest before the storm. Hadvar's uncle Alvor asked me to take word to the Jarl of Whiterun of the dragon attack on Helgen and to ask the Jarl to send soldiers to protect Riverwood. We've already talked to Alvor and Riverwood. Now we need to talk to the Jarl of Whiterun. And then we have some miscellaneous quests here. One of them being join the Imperial Legion. So, do I have like any effects or anything? Do I get tired? Do I get hungry? Do I need to eat? I don't think so. I think that eating is just a way to get health. I don't need to worry about eating and drinking like I do in Fallout 76, I don't think. Thanks, Hadvar. I appreciate that, man. Now, I believe that leveling up is a thing that I could do, but I don't know what key to hit to do it. I mean, I know I've got a journal. That's this, the journal here. If I hit escape, I go here for escape 2. I don't know how. There you go. Level up. Let's level up. Oh, leveling up. When your level increases, you must choose to increase your health, magicka, or stamina. You can also select a new perk at this time, or save it for later. Available perks are highlighted in each constellation. Okay. Choose an attribute to advance. Well, I'm a warrior, so health and stamina are going to be very important to me. I'm actually going to do stamina because I think I found myself running out of stamina. So I'm going to choose stamina. Yes, increase my stamina. My stamina is up to 110 now. And I guess I could level up again. Let's go ahead and level up our health too. Sure, why not? Okay, now I have 2 perks to increase. Conjuration. Whoa. Okay. Destruction. School of Destruction involves the harnessing the energies of fire. Restoration. Are these all magics? These things? What if I just want to be stronger? Chanting, smithing, heavy armor. Block, two-handed. Okay, here we go. Two-handed. The art of combat using two-handed weapons such as great swords, battle axes, and warhammers. Those trained in this skill deliver deadlier blows. Let's deliver deadlier blows. No. Okay. How do I increase it? Do I go in? Barbarian 0 of 5. Are you sure you want this perk? I sure do. Okay, next rank, two-handed weapons do 40% more damage. Is that this? Or is it this again? Yes. Okay, I think I am now 2 of 5 barbarian. What is two-handed 28 requires 40? What does that mean? Did I just waste that? I'm not even going to get this benefit now? Weapons. Iron Warhammer. Well, the damage is 29 now. I'm pretty sure it wasn't 29 before. I don't remember what it was, but I'm pretty sure it was not that high. Pretty sure. Alright, let's go back out to Skyrim. So apparently, I guess we're from Cyrodiil, or at least that's where we were arrested, I think. Trying to cross over from Cyrodiil into Skyrim.
Make what you need, my friend. Within reason, of course.
That's fair. So he said he had a grindstone that I could use. Could use the grindstone to improve weapons. All improvements require specific materials which you can buy or find in the world. So my iron warhammer, I could increase it, I guess. Requires iron ingot 3. Select. Ooh, okay. Let's do it. Craft. Yes.
That's a decent weapon you've made.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that. So we just created a fine iron warhammer. I like it. And then there was a table. Well, let's see here. This is the forge. And over here, nope. Oh, use workbench. Someone else is using this. Excuse me, Alvor, I need to use this workbench. Use workbenches to improve armor. All improvements require materials. The amount of improvement depends on your smithing skill. Well, I think I'm wearing these armors now. I could maybe improve my iron helmet and the studded armor that I'm not wearing. If I really wanted to, I could increase this to fine. And why not? The good thing, I think, though, is that as we do this, we increase our smithing skill, so that's got to be worth something. Is there somebody around here that I could sell stuff to? That's what I want to do. I think that dude told me where there's a shop, but I don't remember where it is. Lucan, I think, is the guy's name. I want to go to a shop and sell off some of this extra stuff I'm carrying around. Hello, sir. How are you? Embry.
Hmm?
Here, have a drink on me.
Got any ale or mead?
Yeah, I have some wine. Is that okay? Let's give him some wine. I think I just drank it. What a jerk. He asked me for a drink, I walk up and drink it right in front of him.
Got any ale or mead?
Okay, we're gonna give him a wine. Just one, though. Okay. Did I give it to him?
Until next time.
Okay, I have no idea what just happened there. So where's the shop? Riverwood Trader. Let's go into the Riverwood Trader and sell off some of this extra stuff that I'm carrying around. Ooh, it's Camilla.
I said no. No adventures, no theatrics, no thief chasing.
Well, what are you going to do then, huh? Let's hear it.
We are done talking about this. Oh, a customer. Sorry you had to hear that.
What's going on? Hey, Camilla.
Maybe you could talk some sense into my pig-headed brother.
Maybe I could, but first of all, I want to tell you that Sven wanted to trick you into believing this letter was from Faendal.
What are you talking about? What's in the letter?
Read it.
Oh my. He wanted me to think Faendal wrote this?
Yeah.
Thank you for telling me the truth.
You're welcome.
Could you talk to Faendal as well? I'm sure he'll want to thank you for standing up for him.
Sure.
All right then.
Yeah, all right then.
You're a strapping young man. Don't be a stranger.
I'm pretty strapping.
You're not from around here. That makes two of us.
Oh, where are you from?
I came here from the Imperial Province
Oh, yeah?
to work with my brother Lucan.
That was nice.
It got bad back in Cyrodiil. The war with the Thalmor ruined everything.
Whoa. That was a neat trick. Are you...
Watch what you're doing.
What, you watch what you're doing. You're the one who's disappearing.
I came to Skyrim looking for a better life.
Didn't we all?
So what did I get? Another war.
Ugh. Bad luck Camilla here.
Maybe you could talk some sense into my pig-headed brother.
Yeah, pighead, what's up?
Yeah, well, I don't know what you overheard, but the Riverwood Trader is still open. Feel free to shop.
Okay, cool.
The Riverwood Trader is everything you need in a general store.
Did something happen?
Yeah, we did have a bit of a break-in, but we still have plenty to sell. Robbers were only after one thing. An ornament, solid gold in the shape of a dragon's claw.
How do you... Oh, okay, that's what they took. Well, since I have nothing else to say to you, I might as well say I could help you get the claw back.
You could? I've got some coin coming in from my last shipment. It's yours if you bring my claw back.
Okay.
If you're going to get those thieves, you should head to Bleak Falls Barrow, northeast of town. Yes. So now you don't have to go, do you?
Oh, really? Well, I think your new helper here needs a guide.
Ooh.
No, buy the 8, fine. But only to the edge of town.
Oh, okay. She's going to guide us there. Oh, there she goes. But hold on, I need to do some trading. Hold on.
Show those thieves not to steal from Lucan Valerius.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that.
Okay. Can I sell stuff to him? I want to sell stuff. I don't want to buy... okay. Hold on. My stuff's down here. Weapons. I want to sell some apparel. And no, I want to keep the pickaxe. I want to sell this apparel because I don't need 2 Imperial Light Armors. So I'm going to sell one of these. And I'm going to sell one of these. And let's sell these rings. And this armor. And a gold necklace. And Amulet of Arche increases your health by 10 points. I should put that on. Okay. There. Haha. Oh, and tells how much gold he has. Ooh, we're the same richness. Okay. I mean, I think we sold stuff.
Till next time.
Yeah, until next time. So I'm going to look at my inventory here, and sure enough, I've got 613 gold. If I look at apparel, I'll see this Amulet of Arche. I'm going to put it on. Cool. Now my health has increased by 10 points. I don't know how to look at my health, though. I mean, where's my health? Yeah, 120 down here. Okay, cool. So what we heard here was when we walked in, we heard Lucan arguing with Camilla, and he was saying, no way, no how. Well, now we know what they were arguing about. Camilla wanted to go after those thieves that stole that thing, and he was like, no freaking way you're going. Well, now we're going instead, and she's like, well, I can be his guide. So she's going to be our guide. Hopefully she's outside waiting for us. The Golden Claw is a new quest we've got here. Lucan Valerius in Riverwood is offering me a gold reward if I retrieve his antique golden claw stolen by bandits camped in Bleak Falls Barrow. And we could show that on the map here. Bleak Falls Barrow is up here. And we are over here. Okay. Boy, it's way up in the mountains though, huh? That could be a pretty tough place to get to, and it's kind of in the opposite direction of where we want to go. We want to go to Whiterun. But, continuing on with my role-playing thing, we need money. We need jobs. We need a way to make a living. So retrieving this golden claw for this guy is going to be a good way for us to make a little bit of coin, even though I just made a fair amount of coin just selling stuff to this guy. That is certainly another way to make coin. I am a nosy SOB, so I'm going to walk upstairs and look around up here. Just to see what there is. It'll take us back out to Skyrim. And I guess he and his sister... He's coming up here to keep an eye on me. He and his sister sleep in these beds. These beds are owned. Ooh. Read Songs of the Return Volume 2, Songs of the Return Volume 19, and Songs of the Return Volume 7. The first tale of the Durumzu. Our great lord Isgramor, the harbinger of us all, did then send forth his 2 beloved sons, with him the only other survivors of the brutalities of Sarthal, to seek out the bravest warriors of the land and mount the great return. Ingol and Ilgar, they were called, and they were known among Atmora as fine warriors with bright eyes and dawning features. Ingol the Elder was the brave strategist, bringing his learnings to bear on the battlefield that his enemies would be defeated before they even know the battle had begun. Ilgar the Younger was possessed of an unwavering spirit that drove his singular prowess to overwhelming feats in war. Together, the mind and the arm, they were capable of sowing a destruction most thorough and glorious to any foe who stood before them. Before they parted ways to gather their crews, the 2 clasped arms and necks in the old fashion and laughed at the heavens for their stories to come. Young Ilgar then took to the massive shipyards of Yckelfurk, sorry about that, at the southern point and commissioned 2 ships for himself and his brother. He would command the Durumzu and his brother the Harak, thus carrying the names of the 2 favored stars of their heavens. The shipmaker's spirits had been suitably filled by Isgramor's tales of the savage elves, and they set about to birth ships that befit their noble homeland. Arrangements having been made, Ilgar set forth to the academies of honored soldiers, seeking out his most trusted friends and advisors to join him on the venture of the return. By now the stories of the new land to the south were spreading before him, and the mere emergence of his presence was enough to cause the finest warriors to lay down their present undertakings and follow him. So he was able to call to his side the great shield sisters, Froa and Grosta, who thought and spoke as one, and they brought with them the wise war teacher Adrimk, who first taught them to dance among the blades. She in turn mustered all the students at her command, whose names were not yet made, but some of whom would one day be known: Hermisker, who threw his shield, Urlach, who breathed fire, Ramth the Greater, Merkilian Ramth, and the far-sighted Uche, who would see the first of many dawns. On the day of final passage, when the many-oared fleet would last see the distant green summers of Atmora, the brothers were near in their father's wake as the freshly joined 500 would eagerly press onwards towards Tamriel. Ilgar could see his well-minded brothers smiling from afar across the waves, and they shouted war cries to each other, longing for the soon day when their assembled crews would draw the treacherous elf blood into the ground which they would now claim for their own rights. But Kyne's ministrations are not to be taken lightly, and though her blessings gave wind to drive those brave sailors to their destiny, so too did her mighty tears fall to drive them apart. When the storm of separation first arose, young Ilgar had no fear, for his crew was strong and able, and their ship drove true through the forest of swells as though pulled by the rope of fate. When the skies cleared and Ilgar glimpsed again with new eyes the land of his past and future home, he knew his brother's vessel was not within his horizon. The Durumzu, arriving late, drew forth onto the sands, and Ilgar rushed to his brother to seek word of his... he rushed to his father to seek word of his brother. The great Isgramor, harbinger of us all, wept for his lost son, and sought comfort in the arms of his only remaining joy. The crew of the Harak became the first deaths among the 500, and Ilgar so enraged with love for his brother that his crew would soon be counted as first among the many noble and honored names in the companions. So I'm not going to steal this guy's book, and I'm not going to read those other 2 right now, because I think we got enough reading done right there. And we've got more Songs of the Return. I'm not going to steal this guy's gold. I'm not going to steal from this chest. Especially not with him standing there looking at me. I love that he ran up here, though. I really, really like that. I mean, if some stranger came into your... So this is a shop down here, right? Somebody comes into your shop, a customer comes in, buys some stuff, you live upstairs, customer goes upstairs, you're probably going to go up there and follow him to make sure he's not doing any funny business, right? Absolutely you are.
We have to go through town and across the bridge to get to Bleak Falls Barrow. You can see it from here, though. The mountain just over the buildings.
Whoa. Are you kidding me? That's where we're going? Hold on.
This way.
Hold on.
This way.
Oh, hold on a second.
Those thieves must be mad hiding out there. Those old crypts are filled with nothing but traps, trolls, and who knows what else.
Who knows? Well, I mean, she is going, man. The Sleeping Giant Inn. I mean, will she just take off? Okay, she'll finally stop and wait. Okay, good. Good. Because we need to go, and one of our miscellaneous quests in here is to talk to Fendal. I want to go talk to Fendal. Where is he? Fendal is, well, he's right nearby. He is over there. We'll talk to Fendal in the next episode, because that is where this episode is going to end. I'm having fun exploring here in Skyrim. I hope you're having fun too. If you are, why don't you let me know? Maybe leave me a like or a comment. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell so that you know whenever I post a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I sure hope you join me again in the next episode.